By law, the Pentagon is required to tell the public what it knows about UFOs. We're hearing the report is coming out on or about June 25th. Yesterday, someone at the Pentagon gave an early read on the report to the New York Times. In that story, we learned the Pentagon cannot say that the UFOs are from a different solar system, but they can't say they're not. They can't say they're from China or Russia, but they can't say they're not. Doesn't sound like they can say much of anything. There seems to be some connection, anecdotally there is, between these objects and nuclear reactors, nuclear warheads, nuclear-powered vehicles, submarines and warships. We didn't get nuclear technology, of course, until the end of the Second World War, 44, 45. We had airplanes. We had an Army Air Corps going back to the First World War. Were there sightings of these before the United States possessed nuclear technology?
There were anecdotal sightings, but really there seems to be a significant uptick. Once the United States and other countries really entered into the atomic age, we began to see an increased uptick, what appeared to be some sort of reconnaissance or surveillance of our nuclear technology, our nuclear development, whether it's power or propulsion or weapon systems and related technology.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's a tantalizing suggestion. I'm not sure what it means, but I think it's
First off, we give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Luchar Kodash. For double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that teach us this word, and shalom to the hopeful elect upon the four corners of this earth that's trying to make it up out of here in truth and in sincerity. So this is Yatazai Bra from the GMS Nebraska camp, and as you can see in that video, this lesson is going to be talking about, how we're getting close to that ultimate prophecy, man. We're getting close to that prophecy of this kingdom being destroyed by those nuclear missiles, and so since this kingdom, since we're getting close to that end, what's happening, man? This world is being visited, and who's this world being visited by? It's being visited by the angels, being visited by the highest, because the Most High is sending these angels and these chariots, which E and the rest of the world thinks it's so-called UFOs, but us in this truth, we know what those flying objects are. It's the chariots of the Most High, and the Most High is sending those angels, to fly about this place, man, to start to show themselves, man, Here, let's get right into the scriptures before I jump the gun. This is 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. It says, "He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself." What does that mean, to measure the time? That means to watch, What's our job? We're supposed to be watchmen. We're supposed to read, watch, and pray, So measuring that time is watching to see how close we are to the end. It says, "And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I've told thee before, then shalt thou understand that at the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." So it says, when thou seest part of the signs pass, and what's those signs? That's different prophecies that are talked about in the scriptures that are coming to pass. And now that we're starting to see those prophecies come to pass, especially on the high level that they're coming to pass right now, we know that, that's the highest is beginning to visit this earth. The Most High is sending his angels and the chariots to come visit the earth. The Most High is about to send Yahushai to come visit this earth, man. But I get this to say that the Most High is sending these chariots and his angels because we're close to the end, man. It says when the signs, when we see as part of the signs pass, at that same time the Most High is gonna start to visit this world, through those angels, and like that reporter said, he said that these so-called UFO sightings haven't ramped up until towards the end of World War II, when throughout the whole world nuclear warheads were starting to get created, and submarines that had the capability of shooting nuclear missiles, and these missiles is one of the biggest prophecies in the scriptures. So since they started to get created, and we started to excel towards that end, that end being this country's destruction, this kingdom's destruction with those missiles. Since they started to be created, that meant we were close to the end, And so the Most High started to send them chariots here, to show that we're close to the end. Let's get Job chapter 20 verse 22, and I get this to show that prophecy of this kingdom being destroyed by those missiles. It says this is Job 20 and 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits. And who's that he? That he is talking about it's talking about the rulers of this evil kingdom that we're in right now. It says in the fullness of his sufficiency. What does it mean to be sufficient? It means to be good, to be accomplished. So it says in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits, and that fullness of his sufficiency is accomplishing his plan. What's his plan? That new world order. That plan to have chips in everybody. And it's we're coming up on the time where he's about to enforce that. It's already here. That chip is already here. So it is getting to the point where he's about to start enforcing that upon people to where it's a mandatory thing. But it says in the fullness of his sufficiency, when he's starting to accomplish that new world order, he shall be in straits. What's that strait? Then that's a tough, dire situation. It says every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. And that when it says that means that all these countries, all these other countries in the world, the even his own alliances, they're gonna turn against him, and they have those actually here. Let's just read on. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So while he is over here prospering and accomplishing his goals that he wants to accomplish with this new world order, it says that the Most High is going to rain wrath upon him while he's eating. Hey, when you eating, you ain't worried about nothing but that food. You eating, you like, man, this is good, man. You enjoying it, and then somebody come out of nowhere and sneak you. It's gonna catch you completely off guard because you're gonna be eating. You're gonna be caught up in that food, just like E is gonna be caught up in he's gonna be bathing in his glory in the end. He's gonna start to enact that new world order, and so he's gonna be jolly with himself. He's gonna feel good about himself, But then the Most High is gonna come out of nowhere and sneak him, man. It says he shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him. So let's go on to the next verse. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. So what's that iron weapon? What's that glittering sword? What's that bow of steel? That's talking about those missiles, man. Because it says that all these other countries, it says where every hand of the wicked. So it's talking about these other countries in the world, including the countries that are in alliance with them. They're going to turn against him, and they're going to shoot those missiles at this kingdom. It says it is drawn and cometh out of the body. What does that mean? That's talking about those missile silos, because those missile silos are in the body of Earth, And so if you draw an arrow, you pull it back to shoot it, And so with these missiles being inside the Earth, they're getting ready to shoot. And it's going to be like an arrow because they're going to shoot and they're going to hit right here in this kingdom, man. So that's one of the biggest prophecies in this scripture, man. This kingdom being destroyed by these missiles, And so going back to the times of World War II, with the same missiles that are going to be used to destroy this place today, with them starting to get created at that time, the Most High started to send the chariots to come visit this place because that means that we're close to the end. The same weapon that's going to be used to destroy this kingdom in the end was starting to be created, which shows that was the beginning of the end, man. And so the Most High started to send them chariots. He started to visit this world, And hey, that reporter made a very sound observation. He was absolutely right. These chariot sightings didn't increase until that stuff started to get created, and that's the reason why, man. It says again. I'll read it again. It says, "And when thou seest part of the signs," this is back in 2nd Esdras. This is the second half of verse 1 in chapter 9. Slakia. The second half of verse 1. It says, "And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made, man. You know? So, hey, it says here again, right there, man. I had to read it again. Once those signs start to pass, the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And he's doing that with these chariots, man. He's doing it right now, you know? And this is just more proof that we're close to the end, man. So, hey, with that being said, once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Machar Kodash. With that being said, hey, shalom.